Oh my God, it's midweek, it's midday, and we're coming off a big weekend, and here we are with some of our favoriteest people on the planet.
That is the truth, and it's weird not playing a
Mhm.
soiree intro.
It was. I was like, oh no, we're not going to get to hear the song, which we're going to talk about. But oh my God, if you guys ever get to hear that most annoying song for Mike Castro, but one of our favorites, when you hear it through the speakers and
Oh,
from a DJ, it's even cooler.
it was ridiculous.
It's so cool. It's so cool.
I forget how many watts that
Mhm.
system was. I think he said 4,000,
Oh,
which
wow.
I think is a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
Um,
I don't really know.
I don't either. But yeah.
It was a
Hey,
lot.
Rob. Hey,
Hi,
Rob.
how are
How
you?
are you? I'm getting there. It's a big weekend to sort of recover from.
So
And
tired.
yeah, and I think just the general ick is going around, right? So like trying to get over any kind of sore throats or anything like that. So if you're out there and you're not feeling well, we
Yeah.
hope that you are taking care of yourself and doing better.
Well, we were around an awful lot of people.
Yeah.
I did have a weird stomach thing going on for a couple days
Yeah.
afterwards, which sucked, but I seem to be better. I still haven't
Yeah.
had breakfast yet, and I need to.
Oh.
I'll order
Yeah,
food.
it's fall. I always remember this time of the year, when my kids were in school, especially the younger grades. This is when people come home with all sorts of gross. So
Yeah.
it happens. But before we get talking and have this amazing chat and reconnecting with everybody, we should say hello to everybody on the side because that's why we're here is for them.
Let's do it.
There he is. There he is, Mr. Stacy Tallich, Professor T in the house. I hope we get back to some amazing shows with him. Ask Stacy stuff because I miss him.
I miss
I
him too.
miss I miss asking him questions. There is the Miss Beautiful Danny Marie Divination with Danny. You guys might have seen an announcement right now. The Awakening with Dee Dee and Danny is on hiatus, but she is full steam ahead on divination with Danny and has some amazing things coming up.
Yeah.
So don't tune out on Sundays at 7 p Eastern time because divination with Danny is still going on. So just wanted to do a little what do we call that housekeeping there on that
Housekeeping.
little housekeeping. I know I saw the fantastic Mark Brown. There he is. Hey, Mark, how are you doing? We hope you're doing okay. Let's see, Mr. Haven't seen this name for a while, and just so everybody knows, Dale's
Oh,
got a new show coming out.
yeah.
I'm really enjoying watching some of our favorite paranormal people. God, I'm having a hard time talking. Am I stroking right now? Like, what's happening?
I hope not. Don't
I
do it.
haven't had, I know I haven't had my eggs today. Um, but Dale, you guys probably all know him from the Paranormal Voice with Mr. Michael John. He's got a new show coming up starting November 9th. So you guys are going to want to keep your eyes open for that. His show, real quick, will be 3 p.m. 3 p.m. will be his usual time because he's working with people from the other side of the globe. But you're going to want it because it's all good stuff. It's all good stuff coming, very positive. So we love that. Hey, Big Daddy Andy right here. Hey, Big Daddy Andy. We hope you are doing
Yeah.
fantastic today. We got to see him this past weekend as well. There's our favorite Scotsman, Damian Smith. How are you doing this
Hey,
fine
man.
midday for us? I don't know what time it is for you. I
It's
can't.
probably like 2 in the morning there. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't do math that fast. We all know this. We all know this. There is our birthday girl, Miss Sandy. How are you? And how is baby Charlotte today? We hope you are doing good and well and catching up on some much needed rest. Courtney, there's my girl. Courtney finally got to see her in person and give her a big old squeeze. There she is. She is one of the most amazing lifters, sharers of the paranormal community right here. You want Miss Courtney on your side. She's
She
just a
is.
sweetie. Oh, Denise Pac-Man Paranormal, Real Ditto House, 1840. There she is, our girl. Stephen Kometz. I can't even, you know what? I can't even. I have replayed the
All right.
last part of a special gift that was gifted to us this past weekend. He has the last line
I
in
know.
the gift, and I can't even think about it without tearing up. And I have decided I would like Stephen Kometz to narrate my audio
I
book.
know, for real, right? He's got the. I know it. It hit hard. It hit
It
hard.
hits that last line, like the whole video that was created, and we'll talk about it a little bit. To hear their voices, to see their faces
Yeah.
was bad enough in such a good way. But that last line that he gives is a showstopper. So Stephen Kometz, just so you
Yeah.
know, you truly have impacted our lives. And that last line, yeah.
Stop.
Anyways,
Stop.
I know I have to because I'm going to start crying, and
Stop
I
it.
don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So let me see. I'm scrolling down. There he is, Joby, best costume
Joby.
of the night. Joby,
He was Corporal Klinger.
he
It did
was
take me a minute because it's been 100 years since I've seen MASH, right? But
Mash. Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
Corporal Klinger. It was
yeah.
great. It was great.
Joe, and honestly, thank you for all of your support and help this weekend. Without you, we wouldn't have been able to pull off what we did. And that goes for every single volunteer that stepped up without question.
Oh my God.
It was huge. Hey, Pat. Pat and Dallas had an amazing vendor table at the soiree. They've got amazing creative stuff there. If you don't know, D&P Customs, Custom Designs, please go help support their page. And if you need it, we're coming up on the holidays, Rob. We are right here coming up on the holidays. So if you need something special, not just for your paranormal people in your life, but anybody in your life, Pat and Dallas are your folks. Go check them out, and they'll help you get that perfect custom design together.
And it's been cool watching them, because I'm a laser guy, right? I had lasers, watching them ramp up their skill sets, and they had really cool tumblers too. We were so friggin' busy that I didn't really get to spend money there. And I'm sorry, Pat Dallas, I should have and would have bought something. It was just we were just beyond busy at this thing. It was so cool.
We were, but please, Pat, if you're still here, please do us a favor and link us to how everybody can find you and purchase something, because their stuff it's really well done. Yeah. It's really nice. And they are the paranormal community folks. They are the folks you want to get some inspiration from. So please do that. Yes, Joshua the Animal Paranormal Podcast tonight at, I believe, 8 p.m. Eastern time. You're going to be checking out yours truly right there and have a sit down with Josh. And he is also part of the podcast program. So please go show him some love. And he's doing big things. They are ramping up. Yeah. I am so proud to see that they are finding their collaborations and they are expanding and spreading their wings. So congratulations to you, Josh. Very excited. There he is. Chris Mac Daddy in the house.
Hey, Mac.
There he is. What are you doing? What are you doing, Chris? I hope you're doing fine. Oh, there is our amazing Wade Kirby. He is painting that talent. I got to hug him this weekend. You know what? It's always good to touch base with Wade. He is our touching stone. It's always, always great to be able to touch base with him. Just making sure here what's going on. Henry, don't know who you are, but hello to you, Henry. We hope you are doing just fine. Rob Walsack, another amazing vendor that was in the vendor tent this weekend. Ghost Gear Tech. You know what? I got to see two products that he is working on.
Yeah, I heard a little bit because I did come up on that conversation at the end, and that that audio device looks pretty damn cool.
Yeah, Rob, why don't we Rob W and Rob S, but Rob W, let's talk. Let's get another Paranormally Blonde show together. I would love for you to discuss some of the things that you've got coming up, because your equipment is some of my favorite. It is some of my favorite. And I love your thought process, and I love how you describe it. And I would love to have you back on. And I got to ask, how the heck is Mullen's house going? How is your haunted location going, Rob? We haven't forgotten about you. We've been so busy with the soiree, but guess what? That wedding is off of our mind, and now we can refocus back on everything going on out there in the community. So let's talk about that. Let's get a date on the book, Rob. Any Monday you want coming up, I've got them open. So let's get that on the books. There he is, man of the hour, Ernie Pack.
Ernie.
We love Ernie.
She's frozen.
They were great. The four. Oh no. Am I now?
You're good.
Am I back?
You're good now.
Okay,
yep,
good. The Packs and the SQs surprised us with an amazing costume. They were Scooby-Doo gang, and they were perfect. They were all perfectly represented. I loved it.
And Scooby was a ghost dog. He was a ghost dog. It brought me back to probably, I don't know, I had one of those when I was a kid, and it was like one of my favorite things to walk around with the invisible dog. So it did bring me back to the olden days,
the olden days
before power and running water and all that shit.
Yeah. There's Miss Beth. How are you doing, sweetheart? We hope you're doing well. Our beautiful Cindy Murray. Got to see her this weekend as well. Give her a hug. She's got some great pictures of the supernatural soiree right there on the Battleship, New Jersey. How are you doing today? Well, there he is. My son, my paranormal son. He really kind of is. They've become my boys. Paranormal Theory, Ryan and Nick. Very proud of them. They're doing big things too, and can't wait to see. Did you see who loved one of their videos by chance?
I did. I saw that earlier. Project Fear, very good. Congratulations.
Do not remember 14 hours labor, Ryan. Do not forget your humble beginnings. No, we were not their beginnings, but we certainly love you, and we can't wait to see where you guys go from here. There she is, the beautiful Miss Brandy. She was sick, unfortunately, this weekend, so she had to miss the supernatural story. It sucks, but she's back at it. We missed you, and we can't see right there. Joe B giving some reviews.
Nice.
He got something from DNP Custom Creations, so please go check them out. Give them some love. I know it was finally right, Denise. Like, this party really, truly did sort of rehumanize everybody that we've just been talking to on Facebook. And here you got to see them, like, let's see, Kirk White. Hey guys, just want to thank you for a great time.
Aww.
Haunted Rock Island Roadhouse. Oh, Kurt, I bet I think you probably, were you just back there? I believe we got some very nice validation from Candy this past weekend that she had to help with a group at the Haunted Rock Island Roadhouse, and that we were brought up and that you guys had a great time. We're glad to hear that. And Kirk, we look forward to seeing you again. And yes, we will be back. We'll be back. Haunted. Oh gosh, yeah, absolutely. Yes, Chris Mack got to be guest investigator this past weekend with who? I can't remember.
New Jersey Paranormal Investigations, Barry and his crew at White Hill Mansion.
Yeah. Did you share a power strip with Rob W? I love that. Look at that. Collabing with power.
How it all starts.
It is.
How it all starts.
It is. Hey, D Hoot, how are you doing? We missed you. There she is, D Hoot.
I thought I was out of little fun banners. I do need to spend a day to make banners for everybody, all the new regulars and the people that I have been missing for a long time.
Yeah, and here is Patrick Doyle once again from the Haunted Rock Island Paracon that we got to meet them. We hope you're doing just fine. Hey, there's V Team Paranormal. Hey, how are you guys? Yes, just around the corner tomorrow, Halloween. Halloween is
it's kind of a bummer here. I don't get trick-or-treaters here.
Yeah.
Which sucks, but no, I say that and they'll probably be banging down the door all night. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we don't get many. It's people grow up and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. Ernie's at work. Ernie's at work. There she is, the lovely Miss Kaylee Basinger. She also gave of her time and effort to make sure that this party was up and running for everybody by the time showtime hit. Kaylee, without you, girl, we wouldn't have been able to do that. So please know we love and appreciate you. Yeah, you couldn't, Damien, make the soiree, but Richie B did have some fun stuff going on, to my knowledge. There he is, Mr. Derek Slater from the Ashes Paranormal, and also the Haunted Rock Island Roadhouse is there to help them every step of the way. We hope you're doing good. And how is your puppy, Derek? We hope your puppy is doing super good. Oh, Two Brothers Extreme, Mike and Adam. I had so much fun. Adam was so much fun this weekend. He was letting loose. I loved it. And his costume made me laugh. It was funny when Mike was doing the costume kind of, he's like, and that guy in the orange hoodie. That was his costume. We love it. Oh, there he is. Phantasm, Paranormal Adventures, Thomas Bolger, Get Haunted Mark. How are you, my friend? And again, another piece of our beautiful gift this weekend that when his face popped up and his voice started, the ugly cry I had going on. I'm glad my back was to the audience because
same.
Yeah, that was tough. That was tough. I know. You know what, this we'll soiree. Yeah, we will get all to that, but there's so much going on. We've discovered we're going to need committees, and everybody's going to have very specific tasks.
Yeah, there was just we'll get to the nuts and bolts of the soiree and just how complex it was to make it all happen. Wow, the aristocrats here.
Uh-oh.
That means something.
Wait, I'm getting down there. Sorry. There he is. You know, I actually have been thinking of both of you. Actually, an awful lot. I would say for about a week, you guys have been on my mind. Think of you guys often, but you've been on my mind. And still some of the most creative people out there.
Oh God. Yeah.
Can't take that away from them. We hope you're doing well. And miss you. Actually miss you. We need to get in. We need to chat. We should have a chat.
We should
chat. Let's chat. So yeah, I think we've said hello to everybody that has at least made themselves known. To the rest of you out there that haven't, hello, welcome. If you're new, welcome. Here we are. We are coming off one of our biggest events. This is a little bit like coming off of Girls versus Boys because so much time, effort, love, passion, energy has been put into this. And now we're kind of like, okay.
I'm still tired and my legs still hurt and my car is still full of like all the crap we brought down there. And you know, I found the centerpieces. I forgot all this stuff. Like, so there's all kinds of fun things. Hey, Josh. All kinds of fun things that after the fact, you're like, oh my God, like, you know, so there was, but we'll get into the nuts and bolts because there were so many pieces, right? And initially, we thought we'd have more than enough time to set up.
Never.
That is not true. But yeah, look, months of planning. Hey, Tony, how are you? Months of planning, months of connecting things and working with different people. And then in the past, you know, in the week leading up to it, there were probably a week and a half, right? There were a lot of little road bumps, speed bumps that we hit. You know, probably the biggest one and maybe the most devastating one for Mike, right? So Mike Castro was the visual guru in all of this. Like it was nuts.
Yeah.
And all of our promotions were, you know, really there was a lot of fire involved. There was supposed to be a lot of fire involved. But the state of New Jersey went under a fire warning like 2 days before. So we could not have the fire dancers. And hey, Adam, could not have the fire dancers, which I've never seen Mike really disappointed.
Yeah.
but he was disappointed. Let's throw Adam up real quick.
There's Adam.
You know, so we had to adapt and improvise. Yeah, and yes, we had a drought and high winds, and I know it doesn't make sense that, you know, we're on a concrete pier surrounded by water with a steel battleship, but we had to follow the rules. So
yeah,
that's where we were. So we had that little roadblock thrown in front of us the week of, so we had to fix that up. We had you know, a last minute surprise from the caterers that, you know, because this was an 18 and over event.
Yeah.
And apparently, and we did not find out until the last minute, like, we had to like cordon off. It couldn't commingle with an 18-year-old and a 21-year-old. So sadly, you know, you couldn't walk around with your drink. They were corralled into the bar area. And it turns out at the end of it, right?
Yeah.
I know there was only one 18-year-old there. Yeah. So that hurt a little bit. I think it hurt the flow a little bit of the part. Everybody still had a friggin' blast, but they were kind of segregated from the dance floor because there was people drinking. People drank. Yeah. Some people drank a lot, I think, based on what I was witnessing. So we had that. The high winds made the portal that everybody was excited about not okay, because it was blowing the screen around and it knocked over a camera that ended up getting broken. But we did still have what you didn't know until the end, Josh, the portal,
probably, or the bar,
yeah. But Beacon was set up with a, you know, a live stream station, which was really, really cool, and the video quality is absolutely off the charts.
Yeah.
But we did not. Oh, the bar, yeah, that's probably better, Josh. The video quality was off the charts, but because we were spread so thin, and so busy, like I don't think Murphy Brown. Yeah, you should wear didn't she wear red glass? No, that was Sally Jesse. We just didn't have the time to share that stuff out, because by the time we got back to the ship, like it was starting. Hey Terry, it was starting, and I was doing things. You were making sure the merch table was set up. Mike's doing what Mike does best, and that is don't bother Mike. Right while he's working, we had the badass 5-inch guns firing, which was so damn
Brian,
long.
stop. Yeah, I'm not going to put up your comments, dude.
Yeah, don't put that up. 5-inch guns went off. Unfortunately, we didn't get to witness that because I was helping a customer, but I had no idea it was coming. I didn't hear the countdown, and it's like I jumped probably 2 feet. Like it was so loud.
I can still feel the feeling in my chest that boom brings. You know, like it's big. It's big.
Yeah. So the ship's enormous. It's just so much, but to sit and take it all in and watch all these people, commingling and talking and celebrating each other. The freaking 360 camera was stupid cool. All of it, like, you know, bravo to Mike for getting us all together and spending a damn fortune on on making it happen. I have zero regrets on it. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculously cool.
Yeah, listen, you know, he is the aesthetic king. He has vision, he has talent of bringing it together. If you didn't, bye Tony, thank you for popping in. You know, when you walked up, the actors that did come, the roaming actors that did come, they were quite creepy and very talented. They looked amazing.
Yeah.
The red carpet camera, if you didn't get I hope everybody took advantage of that. That camera before you walked on ship was amazing. So he's got vision, he's got talent, no doubt. And you can't, we had this discussion, he'd been watching the winds all week. And of course, we only had 4 to 5 mile winds leading up, and he was like, okay, this is good. But you're on the water, folks. You're right there by the battleship. Of course, the night of is when winds picked up about 10 to 11 more miles an hour, which makes a big difference when you're setting up things for cameras. So, I know that stuff is discouraging for him, but I think in the end,
he ran with it. He killed it.
Yeah, he did.
You could not walk out of that party going, well, that sucked. Like, it was visually exciting. The vibe, DJ Ghost and his music, killing it. It was just, it was everything you could hope for, and a little bit like a wedding, because you plan this wedding for so long, and then you're there and you're in it and you're part of it, but you don't get to enjoy it the same way that the guests do. It was Josh and Josh got treated to some wonderful New Jersey hospitality at his hotel. I'm sorry, Josh, about that. It's just cool to watch everybody do their thing, and get together and have it just work. It just worked, and seeing the smiles and hearing the stories and people shaking, it was just badass. It was badass.
I think for me, I'm where I kind of fit in, and what I sort of, from my perspective, to be able to watch the community step up together and help lift each other and make it a good time, and watching people connect, like that have never met off of social media, to be able to meet, to watch people, grab people for pictures. That was a really proud moment. Watching people, there really wasn't a moment throughout the night, Rob, where somebody didn't come up to me to say, hey, what can I do to help you? Is there anything I can do to help you? That truly is Get Haunted. That is where people have to understand. Maybe you don't have to understand. I hope you felt it. That's where people truly, this is what we do. And it didn't matter if they were or weren't a part of the community, or I shouldn't say that, part of the crew, the official crew, right?
Yep.
What can we do to help? What can we do to help you? Is there anything you need? They all were doing it with each other and for us. And thank you so much for doing that. And having moments of laughter and hugs. It was my favorite part of the night, though, has to be, God, I have so many, but I had to finally sit down just for a minute. It's like, okay, when you're not feeling great, you can't stop. You can't really stop. But I had to sit down for a moment. I sat down and I looked over at the dance floor, watching people dance together. Oh, I don't know why that makes me so happy, but to watch them just lose themselves and get into the music.
So cutting loose. It was cool. That's not me. I'm not a dancer. They were trying to get me out there. Mike's wife, Amy, tried to get me out there at one point. I'm like, no, ain't happening. I'm just not doing it. It's just not who I am, right? I'm not a big dancer. But yeah, man. And I know that sitting down was also a mistake, because for me it was probably right around midnight when the seance began, which I did not go to. I was like, I gotta sit too. Like, see, Mike hates the wind. Mike's mad at the wind right now. I was just, once I sat down, I'm like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm going to get back up, because we were running around quite a bit and, checking on the vendor tables, everything. Like, we had to make sure, look, the folks from It's Coming were there. So they did an interview with Beacon, which you can go on there and find it and watch, all the interviews that happened that night. Mike missed the balloon drop, which was a slow motion balloon drop, but it dropped. We just had to pick the speed up, right? So yeah, there was a couple, they were just, it was so overwhelming to watch. And then you get caught in the moment, and Rob forgot to print out the itinerary that we all worked so hard on. So I'm sitting there trying to remember everything and keep DJ Ghost in line with when we had to make announcements and whatnot. So yeah, look, this is why, we need committees next
We need
time.
committees.
We need people to take their pieces of the pie. Mike cannot do everything. I hope he realizes that. Now, I mean, he did everything, but Mike didn't really. Mike had like 3 seconds to get changed to get back to the ship for when.
But he looked amazing. He looked handsome. He cleaned up. I just want to just acknowledge real quick, Mr. R. Palmer. I'm sorry that it's been a terrible week, but we just want you to know you're not alone, and please keep your head up. And you've got a whole network of people here that you can find encouragement from. So please keep your head up. You're not alone. Yes. Honestly, it really, we didn't get to do this at the party, and this is where I actually froze up. I love my moments to be able to talk to the community and to show my love and appreciation. And I'm going to keep it real. Everybody knows if I have rehearsed anything, you'll know it's horrible. Yes, I flub live, and I flub when I go from the seat of my pants. But oh my God, if you want to see a book report being read, just ask me to rehearse. And I'm always really good with just following Rob's lead. He sort of sets the tone, and then I kind of interject, and we play off of each other very, very well. That is something that we do. But for some reason, he kept going over his speeches, and he did it a few times with me live, like as we were getting ready for the party, and I'm like, stop. And so we get up there, we're in front of everybody, we've got the microphones. I'm good with that now. I'm okay with that, right? And then you looked at me, you're like, okay, and now I'm going to hand it off to you. No, I can't do this.
Yeah, listen, I was trying to keep it within a time constraint, which clearly I didn't. Someone reminded me of that. But yeah, you did. I've never seen you freeze up like that.
I froze up.
Looking at you, and you were like turning away for a bit. I'm like, do you want to like talk?
Yeah, no. I said no. I honestly, and I hate that, because here was a moment to be able to connect with each and every one of you that did make the effort to come to this party. But what I do want to say is this, because we didn't get to do this, but standing up there with Mike and April, this is what I do want to say. One, thank you. Thank you for standing there with us, with me, and doing this. Yes, who likes bread? No kidding, Ryan. Like, that's how I felt in that moment. But seriously, thank you. You guys were steadfast with us there, and thank you for that. This was a challenge on a lot of different levels, because we do events. We don't do events. This was a big one for us. This is Mike's wheelhouse, right? Mike is a pro at big events. He does them for big names, in big arenas. Not me. I think to be able to have this opportunity I'm so appreciative of it. April was such a great cheerleader the whole night. She made me laugh. I loved listening to her add her piece, and she was so excited to do it. Mike doesn't like to be up in front of the crowd, but he did it. So for that, I appreciate that.
Oh my God. During the costume contest, Mike was like a friggin' game show host.
Oh, he was perfect.
It's not the Mike I know. And he's doing he's got the whole accent when he's talking about Dia de los Muertos. I was like, damn, Mike. It was just too cool. And I don't think we got to really celebrate each other. Mike, April, Rob, and Sara. I know Mike doesn't love having the spotlight on them. But we didn't really get to thank each other until the next day, which was also brutal because there was so much to do at 3 a.m. but the ship was kind enough to let us do cleanup the next day. So we all got to go to sleep and come back the next morning to clean that up, which was
and honestly
needed.
That was all our crew. Thank you to our crew that came back to the ship,
every one of them,
and had it waiting and ready for us to load up into the car and go. So thank you to all of you. We know what you guys did, and we appreciate you guys picking up that slack. I didn't really eat the day before, so to be able, we had a great breakfast, but to be able to just take a moment the next morning after the soiree and just get some food down. And by the time we got to the ship, they had everything done. So thank you guys for that. That was all you, and we know that. And thank you, seriously, every one of you that showed back up. But seriously, to be able to work with Ghosted, we're all about collabing with people you might not even expect, collabing, the unexpected, the like, wow, you do that. Yeah. You don't know until you give it a shot. And I was appreciative of that moment, to be able to see something that I've worked hard for. That big blue bee means a lot to me. It means more to me than most people might even understand. But to be able to see that up on the ship and to be allowed to share that moment with everybody, with Get Haunted, with Ghosted, I appreciate that. So thank you, April. Thank you, Danger, for allowing my logo to be beside yours, on something that was so important, financially. And that's a big risk. It's a big risk.
But it was, hey, Nick, there was a huge risk involved. And if anybody out there thinks we walked away with a shit ton of money, you're wrong. There were moments that we weren't gonna make any money. I mean, people do not really understand.
Do not.
You were there. Do not. Unless you were there, right? Because none of that was free. None of that was free. The fire or the performers, the dancers, bartenders, fucking parking lot wasn't even free. There was a lot. There was a lot. Food alone, food and beverage alone was quite a bit. I will say is that the ship got some much needed money. That gun going off alone just that one time was $500. So, but it was worth every bit of that risk. And even if we ended up making 10 cents or losing 1,000, it would have been well worth it. Hey, I see. It was cool. It was just cool. It's the biggest thing I've ever done personally. I'm pretty sure you. And it was cool. I mean, it's just
but I think what I have loved, and we're coming up here, folks, on 3 years of Get Haunted. And so I think, Rob, personally, to be, and I didn't, you put in a slide in the presentation for me, and I didn't make the presentation. So we love you, Kaylee. So what I will say is this, I didn't get to thank you there, but I have been able to truly enrich my experiences within the paranormal with so many people, with the different collabs that you have, one, that you have offered, two, that you have allowed me to also create, and took a chance on. And I think to have met all the different people, those that are no longer in our orbit, I still look back at those collaborations, and I'm grateful to each and every one of them, because it has opened my eyes to all the different perspectives and theories and sort of expressions of the paranormal in such different ways. And I think all those have been such beautiful building blocks for me personally in my own journey. No, we don't all do it the same. No, we're not all doing it for the same reasons. And that's okay. And what I have learned is, to be able to do these collabs, bring them together, marry those ideas and perspectives. It's so cool to say, like, look, you can be on opposite ends and bring it together. We do get something from that. It's a beautiful thing that we can get from that, but it's bringing those perspectives together for the community and watch what they get from it. We've seen it with Nesper and the Devil's on the Run. We saw it with other event companies and bringing them together and being able to work with their crew and our crew. We've seen it through groups and teams, and even the soiree, to work in because I don't have, like, look, I'm just Sara, folks. I'm not a celebrity. My aspiration is not to be on TV. I don't have that piece. I'm too old for this shit. I'm looking for my own personal connections and to watch others find their connections. So to see the ghosted piece and the celeb aspect of that, and to watch the community come together was very eye-opening and very unique. And I love to be able to be a part of that. So thank you to all of the celebs that did come to the ship and give your time. I love that. Yeah. Ryan got a great deal on a hoodie, by the way.
Oh, okay, good.
He did pay, but I gave him a little bit of a deal at the end of the night.
See, that explains why we're in the red.
Yeah, why you're short a few. But yeah, I want to say thank you, Rob. Thank you for, number one, I've said it a million times and you're going to see it a million more times, but thank you for creating that space and for allowing me to come in and decorate it with a piece of my perspective, and then everybody else being able to come in and add their piece to that space. I think it's a beautiful thing. And I think what we're seeing and what we saw at the soiree were voices that have never felt heard speak up. And we got to see that with a beautiful gift that we were ushered to the tent to sit in front of everybody and watch. And that's big to me. That is the paranormal. There are so many different aspects, so many different avenues, so many different corners, and I love exploring them. But I will always stand right here with you, the community, because I am the community. I started as just a person in there, and now I was offered a platform to help bring your voice forward, and I will always stand for that. That is where I will stand. I will stand steadfast on bringing your voice to the table because you belong there. And I hope that we will see many more of these paranormal and supernatural soirees and paranormal gatherings to bring those voices together so they can see who is in the community and working together. So thank you, Rob, and thank you, Ghosted, for this weekend.
Yeah, it was cool. And there were people there that may not have connected or talked to each other, but we're on a ship. It's a big ship, but you kind of didn't have a chance to escape. So it was nice to see some of those people speak. And even for myself, it was cool. But you don't need to thank me. Look, Get Haunted, you understood the vision, the mission, all of that, and you're the one that really has given it that whole essence. It's really cool. So yeah, listen, Mike was like, what was it the next morning? He's like, all right, so for 2025 I'm like, dude, just give me a minute. Give me a break, give me a minute to think. Yeah, because it was a lot of work, but it was worth every bit of it.
Well, I think I'm already, like, in my head how I'm sort of envisioning it. I know, but I think what I
see, she's frozen.
I see is this is where, because they're, oh God, am I frozen now? Am I frozen now?
You're back. You're back.
Good.
Back.
Am I good?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I will say is it would be cool to do one of these, and where you do bring in the teams, like, hey, team red, you are the people who are going to be in charge of this and getting it done, because this is communal. This truly was communal. But let me tell you, the people, I love that. The people, look, Mike is just aesthetic pro, and that dude's got it going on. So yeah, I think that we can lift everybody's talents here, and it would be fun to see that come to fruition on some level. So yeah, it was just eye-opening, and it's been eye-opening journey for the last, I've been, I think, about 2.5 years of the 3 years here. Yeah, I just, so much good, so much good. I know, right, April?
Like, it's freaking brutal. Look, I haven't even taken. The only thing I took out of my car was my bag, and I only did that because my toiletries were in there, and I'm like, I just got to be able to brush my teeth over the next couple of days.
Yo.
That's all I had, man. I'm like, God, I'm freaking tired. But it was great, and many thank yous to everybody that bought a ticket, everybody that showed up, everybody that made it so damn special. It's hard, right? Because it was segmented with 3 different tents and the deck to get everybody in one place for one giant ass picture. And even then, I'm not sure we could have pulled it off, but like, it was so good. So we need a drone, but it was way too windy, I think.
The drone would have been blown right over to Philly.
Yeah, it was.
And if you guys have noticed, we'll just point out some of the highlights. First of all, everybody, if you can, and you're having an event, please do yourself a favor and rent out a 360 camera, because there is nothing cooler than a 360 photo.
Well, unless I'm in it, because I felt like I was being scanned, so I held still.
Oh, you hit the pose. You're like, this is the cool dude pose. You had your handsome Squidward pose going, and you're like, and here I am. But it still played off super well. Oh yeah,
because I've had 3D scanners and I'm just like, I don't know what I was thinking. I think
you were feeling, you were
no,
on point.
I know,
with
but
the
moving
fit.
around is cool. I look at Mike and April's, and I look at everybody else's, and I'm like, damn, they look cool. And I'm just like, frozen.
No,
I don't know.
Well, Danny, I went up with Danny, and my first one I did, right? I kind of did the same thing. I was like, I don't know what to do. Am I supposed to follow the camera around? I didn't know either, but watching then Danny, Danny's got the moves. I'm like, well, she looks super cool. So I just,
you two, shut up, Ryan. You two, that your video is great, but I don't know. I just locked up. I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah. But that is such a cool, what a great, and the people who ran it, I have their card. I need to get it out of my pocket.
They're really, really good people.
What a nice couple. I believe they owned both the camera setups, the red carpet camera, and also the 360. What amazing people. We'll get that information. I would like to promote them. I'll get that information. They're out of Philly. They were the nicest couple, and he in particular, he was funny. He was so funny, and I got to see some of his other work. They do a lot of work for Temple University with the athletes, and so I actually went back and was looking at some of their stuff, and I'm like, now I know what I'm doing for my next 360. Like, those athletes make that shit look cool.
Oh, do they?
So yeah, I'm like, I'm going in. I'm doing it bigger next time. So the camera work was amazing. Beacon did a great job with their interviews. I loved watching everybody getting their moment. Of course, Patty Negri with her midnight seance. Thank you to her for giving her her time and talent and passion to the midnight seance. We did not participate in that because we just couldn't. But and the vendors, honestly, every one of you, thank you. And honestly, Paranormal Theory, guys, I love that you guys were at the beginning of the tent when you walked in, and watching you guys talk to people and standing there and sharing your work. Kudos to you guys. Got big things coming. You can just tell. There was fudge, which I didn't get to go back and purchase, which I wanted to because there were a couple flavors there that looked delicious. But there's just so much going on and making sure everybody's having a good time. I didn't even eat. I think I had a Pepsi and a half the whole night. I don't even think I didn't even like have a moment to drink. So I was dehydrated for like almost a full day and a half afterwards. I think I was like, couldn't catch up. There was just, the roaming actors, everybody that participated in the costume contest. There were some fantastic and fabulous efforts made and some great costumes. Yeah. Of course, the twins that won it, they were the Shining twins. They were amazing. We love Bonnie and Jenny. Those two are just fantastic souls. The night was, I don't know that this has ever really been done. And what I will say, everybody, yes, Nesper coming out, and thank you for adding to the basket. Also pair with a normal. Everybody, there was a raffle basket, and they did such an amazing job.
Yeah, the raffle basket. So many sponsors. Heather Graham, Deadbolt. We had Sam Baltrusis. We had Dave Giuliano. Everybody that donated to the bags, including Big Daddy Andy over here in Nesper. It was just too good. It was too good.
It was really, everybody came together. They really made this something special. And I agree, Chris. The one thing that everybody kept coming up to me to say was, they really enjoyed having just a party, no investigation, no pressure for anything other than getting together, enjoying a drink together, sitting down at a table, meeting each other, extending some, conversations, maybe even burying some hatchets. I don't know. But they all appreciated that moment. So I agree. I think, Chris, you and I did stop and have this chat very briefly, but this could be a nice jumping off point, and we hope that the rest of you I personally do. I don't know, maybe April's gonna be like, don't say that, but I feel like this is something that should be going on around the globe. This is a moment for everybody to get together and celebrate each other in your way. And I agree, Chris. I think on several levels, I think great things will come from it.
1000% agree. Y'all are going to be working together here, which kind of segues into Hoot's questions. It's just good. That's all I can say. It was sad. It was sad when it was over. Hey, Rick. I was kind of sad when it was over, but I was also beyond exhausted, right? Like, what I think, how many hours was that day? It was too many, right? And I don't even know how Mike was still standing the next day. Because he didn't have a third.
Well, he has no, and his is all physical work, right? Yeah. Like his is a lot of all physical work. But that's where, this is where when you collab, you sort of have to take on everybody's what they do best, right? Where Mike setting up the aesthetics, getting the cameras, doing all that stuff, how we want things seen, great. We're a little bit more on the social end of shaking hands, giving hugs, kissing babies, having the conversations. Not that Mike's not good at that. He absolutely is, but it's not what he loves to do.
He doesn't give hugs. All right. I tried all night to get a hug. Still no hug. He does not hug. So you can scratch that.
But yeah, I think what you will see is yes, she did. She had everybody out there working, getting that tent ready for the dance. The balloons and all that stuff. She did.
Mike picked literally one of the shortest people to get the balloon net installed. Good job, Mike.
Who was that?
April. April's so tiny. When paranormal rock down. Yeah, so yeah, Mike didn't have to worry about that tent or the VIP area. So and April's she was just there checking off the list and getting people where they needed to be. So everybody killed it that night. It was What's that sound?
Oh, so I've got my windows open because it is a beautiful day here today. And somebody's blowing leaves. Sorry, not here, but somebody's blowing leaves a couple houses down.
Okay,
so
hold up.
So
hey, if this is a true story, Castro, we're gonna have to talk. It was like if it was a side hug. All right, I'll give you that. But
yeah. So yeah, I think, it was great to be able to collab, a lot of lessons learned, lots of notes taken. Now it's time. I'm definitely like just get in there, do it once and see what you can do better next time. But that's just me. I know not everybody works like that. I know, next time we're not going to go over, we're not going to, Denise, he'll hug chicks, Denise.
What the hell? Hurt.
Aw, I know you did try. You did try a couple times. I did see that. But yes, it was fun. And Adam, I don't know if you're still here, but what was I supposed to be? I just dressed. I just had fun wearing fun stuff. And I don't get to dress up and just be fun. So,
oh my God.
Yeah.
The hugs are flying. This is bullshit.
Oh no.
What?
New fight alert.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm going to text them right now.
But we do have a couple events coming up. You'll be able to see Paranormal Theory and Two Brothers Extreme right there at Midday. That is November 16th. If you want to attend that, go to gethaunted.com. And then we have like a little cup. Didn't everyone get a hug from Mike? That's what Terry wrote. Terry, you just gotta dig that right in there.
Motherfucker.
It's saying we're having I don't know why. Who are we having trouble? Get Haunted. It's saying it's having a hard time. Rick, we did miss you. We missed you very much at the soiree. We hope that we get to see you out at an event anytime soon. But the other live end. Yeah, there's something wrong with I don't know why it's having trouble. I don't know what happened, but we lost all our half of our viewers from that page. So we apologize for that, but something happened that it stopped streaming to that Facebook. And I can't tell which one it is because
it's the Get Haunted page.
Okay.
I don't know if it was the network or the main page, but yes.
No, we're going to be coming back to all that. Yeah, it ended on the GH page. Sorry, everybody. But yes, no, those are not done. Now it's getting to the end of our event season. 2025 is right in front of us. We've got lots of work, but there's going to be some new things in the podcast program. We've got new shows added. If you guys did not see, we have a new show called New Era Paranormal Podcast. It's coming on Saturdays, 10 p.m. Eastern time. It is recorded at this point, recorded only. So it will be put out every Saturday at 10 p.m., but you'll be able to watch it anytime you want. That is with JD Curry and Irene. Please check out that show. Great new perspectives on the paranormal. We've got another show coming out shortly as well with Mr. Dave Giuliano. Super excited to add him to the roster. And again, this program is there for you guys to be able to check out all the different shows that you might not have ever seen or didn't know where to find them. We're hoping to get you guys a nice catalog so you know where to go, but we do ask that you populate their platforms. Please make sure you give love to their YouTubes, to their Facebook pages, Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is, and wherever they do have their shows on, please help them out because that's important to those show hosts. But you can always find them on Get Haunted main page. So yeah, Seek with Your Soul will be coming back. Ask Stacy stuff. If we've got some things, we've got some cool things brewing. We're excited about all of that.
All right, I removed and re-added it. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
We are live.
So yeah, we are that soiree great memories, great hugs, great appreciation coming from all ways. And thank you. And congratulations, Rob, seriously, for 3 years of blood, sweat, and tears, laughters, successes, challenges, some fails. But you keep getting up, you keep trusting us all to work with you and to help you continue the mission and the vision of Get Haunted. And I am very proud to say we are Get Haunted.
Well, I am too. And I am uber proud of everything that we have done together over this, 3 years tomorrow. It is 3 years tomorrow for Get Haunted. You've been here most of that. Okay. So yeah, well, something happened where we got booted off of the main page. I re-added it. Let's see what happens. But yeah, listen, it's been a hell of a journey, but thank you for everything you've given to us, to the community, to the company. I couldn't ask for a better business partner, a better friend. To Mike and April, again, thank you both so much for the soiree being what the soiree was. And I look forward to whatever 2025 is going to bring our way.
Yeah, I think we've got some good things coming, and I do hope that we get more of your voices out there, up there, and doing your thing, because it really truly is because of each and every one of you. You know, Rob and I, again, I will say this just to clarify, we have created this space. We keep it tidy for you, but it is each and every one of you. So when you do see, if you haven't seen the video that was gifted to us last Saturday night, it has been tagged on my page, on Rob's page, but you can see it, and it is because of each of you. You truly are Get Haunted, and you guys are who inspire and encourage and motivate those that are curious, are enthusiasts, are seasoned. You keep them coming. You keep them in the mix, because it is about all of us. Paranormal is not for one person. Paranormal is your experience, and we're here to hear your experience. And it resonates with those out there that might not speak up. So for each and every one of you that show up every day to the network, that encourage and light the paths, thank you. Thank you for everything you do, because without you, we couldn't do what we do. And we look forward to saying we are celebrating our 4th year. We really do, but we do want to celebrate it with each of you. So thank you for being the good in the community. Truly. Thank you for seeing who we are. Thank you for keeping the Get Haunted space what it was meant to be. We truly appreciate you, and we do love you. And this is I again, the last line of our video truly was, we are Get Haunted. And I will say that line. I can't ever say it as good as Stephen Kometz. But I truly believe that. I am Get Haunted, and we are Get Haunted. Together we are Get Haunted. So thank you for that.
Yeah. Thank you all.
Mike. Yeah.
I like to see the person I'm hugging. That's how I gauge how nice the hug is. Yeah. So unfortunately we got booted off of our main page, but we'll see what happens. We're back on there. And that's that. So we will always have multiple streaming destinations for those that want to jump back in. We're here. And that's that. I think I'm gonna order myself some Primo hoagie.
I was just thinking a sub too. I was just like, you know what? Maybe I'll get a sub today.
I'm so starving.
Yeah, so starving.
Oh God.
I know. We've got lots of work to do.
We do. And so Hoot asked earlier, what's on the books for the rest of the year. We're working on some big things that will be more available hopefully by December. But there are just a couple of events left. One of them one of them sold out, again. So the party putter honors, that's us now. Apparently we have a birthday party that, reached out for their 21st birthday. Is happening at New Egypt in just a few weeks. We have Mid-Orange Correctional, which is only a couple of weeks away, with Paranormal Theory and Two Brothers Extreme. We do a holiday party every year. You guys might come. We haven't planned it yet. I'm not sure.
You might come. You might come.
We'll see. It depends on how well they behave. If they're off punishment by then.
Yeah. Don't get grounded.
Yeah, don't get grounded. But we'll see what we can pull off for something there. There's so much.
We got it. We got it. And honestly, we do. We have some amazing things out there. Mike, you're our agent. We have some amazing things coming up, and it is going to be more community, more voices added to it, and that's what I'm most excited about. I'm ready. I'm ready to refresh and restart on some amazing social media things. So yeah, Frozen again. YouTube is working. That is so weird. I don't know what's going on. Who knows? No wonder. Anyways, so with that, let's get ourselves fed. Let's get back to some work. But you guys want to talk to us, reach out. We're here to talk. You want to know more about the soiree, come chat with us. We'll love that.
Live. It says we're live. I don't know if it's frozen.
That could be a delay.
We're live. Terry's probably just got a bad PC.
It's Terry. What are you going to do?
Guy.
Oh, yes, I know. And I was going to say, when you were talking about who's going to be there, I do remember Phantasm's going to be there.
They're going to be there. Yeah, I'm sorry, Tom.
Yeah. I mean, honestly. So yeah, with that, we're gonna get back to some serious work. We're gonna let you guys get back to work. So thank you for joining us midday, midweek. We love connecting with you, and thank you once again. Thank you so much for celebrating our 3 years with us. Let's keep moving forward. Thank you for being the good in the community.
Yeah. Thank you all for everything you do.
We see you. We appreciate you, and we love you. And Rob, let's kick some major ass this year. We got some cool things going, so let's keep it up. Yeah, happy 3 years, and we can't wait to do big things with each of you. So with that, we're gonna let you guys get back, rock on, have a great day, and go with peace, folks. Go with peace. We love you.
Yeah. I might go live. Y'all can watch me eat my sub.
Oh, you're gonna go live to eat?
See if I get booted off. Yeah.
All right. Well,
all right, guys.
All right. Love you, Damien. We'll check you guys later.
Peace. Whoa. Don't do what I